a Keystone Hornet model 32BHDS here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And as you'd probably guess from that model number, about a 32-foot box plus tongue and bumper, so probably, I don't know, 34-ish tip to tail. Bunkhouse, double slide. All in all, pretty good condition. There's a couple little glitches here and there, and that's why I put these videos together. I'm going to show you the good and the bad and everything else here. You know, you wouldn't believe it, but we do climb on the roof of these used campers. And if you're only watching this on YouTube, please click over to our website so you can get a couple pictures of the roof line there. I spotted a couple spots where they had done a little patchwork. I'm going to guess they maybe just clipped a little low-hanging branch slightly, and you know, they did a very good job. There's absolutely zero concerns that I have, you know, with the work that was done on this camper. But you know, to give you an idea of the history there, real quick, want to mention a few things. We've got a power tongue jack added aftermarket up front here. Works really well too. I played with that for a little bit to make sure she was in good working order. Hornets are not known for having super high level decals, so the fact that these are not sun faded and peeled is a huge indicator as to the shape and condition and care put into this RV. I apologize for some tractor noise behind me here. We are moving trailers all over the place. Big super slide on this side in the living room, sofa dinette slide like you've probably seen 100 times. Now I noticed down here that we have one aluminum wheel, one steel wheel. That indicates to me that at some point they did need to utilize the spare tire. Not uncommon at all in a used travel trailer, but I like to point that out. It's funny, when you go through this stuff and you're just looking at a camper sitting here with nobody talking to you, it's like it's like pretending to play crime scene detective for campers. I'm a camper scene detective, I guess. But, you know, my job's to relay that information that I can pick up to you folks. This is a highly unique floor plan with a rear wall bunkhouse, a rear off-side entry door, the driver's side entry door, which is highly uncommon. We'll come back to this bunkhouse, but just to give you an idea for the flow, what I like about this is the kids can come and go and romp and play all day without interrupting the flow of the living room. It's actually a really smart concept. You know, when we went camping as kids, my brother would always go out fishing late at night, and he'd sneak back in the camper really late. And, you know, my brother's not exactly the quietest person, and he always ended up waking everybody up, and this would have eliminated that problem. Again, showing you the good, the bad, the ugly being fair. It does look like they did rub this rear corner just enough to pull that screw trim out of there a little bit. There's nothing here that really worries me because they do wrap their wall boards here in a Hornet, which is a nice feature. But we're going to get this kind of pop back in place and recaulk it and reseal it and whatnot. So more than likely, by the time you come to take this camper home, that's already going to be repaired. But I want you to see the fair representation of this RV and then know that we do go through and spot things like that and address them for you. You know, another thing I noticed is probably from the same event, there is a little rub line up top there. That one is completely cosmetic, however, and zero defect or damage as a result. So again, it looks like they had a flat at one point. They left the spare tire on the RV and just replaced the original factory tire there. By the way, this is kind of a funny thing I noticed when I was climbing up on the roof. I'm a tall guy with long legs, and I'll tell you, going from this bumper to that step, that's a jump. You're not going to have to worry about the you know, kids trying to climb up on the roof or anything like that. Little bunkhouse slide in the back here. Now what I like is because these aren't two mega slides or anything like that, this is a highly space efficient design that really does a good job of keeping the camper a little more in check lengthwise and weight-wise than some other big bunkhouses I've seen. Inside here, little signs of use, but not abuse, you know. Again, all your roof seams and everything are in good shape. I think I even shot a couple photos of that real quick. Little things I noticed, by the way, the little aftermarket grab handle here, so you can close the door when it's swinging open, because little kids who are usually in bunkhouses tend to grab your slider pocket and they'll pull that right off or they'll break it. This is something solid that you can hold on to that doesn't cause that problem. It's a really smart idea to put one of those on there. Old style mattress, little wafer mattress hide-to-bed. Not something you're going to want to put your grandmother on, but a couple kids whose bones are, you know, still flexible, they'll be fine on that. Good windows all over. I noticed that some of your metal shades got a couple little twists here and there, which in a bunkhouse with metal shades is pretty much, you know, a given. Now, looking through here, I see little things where the previous owners took a couple smart little precautionary measures. They added a little bumper right here so this bunkhouse door was not smashing that dinette. They kind of did some similar things up here in the bathroom. They put a little door stopper right here to keep that open. And then they have a little magnetic clip down here to keep this door open. So, you know, a couple nice, simple, seamless little things that just sort of enhance the day-to-day use of this camper. Now, this does have central air and central heat. You know, a big multi-room cabin like this, you really need centralized air and heat so that, you know, you can get everyone hot or cold or comfortable or whatever the case may be depending on the season. Nice light colored woodwork. This does have a somewhat minimal kitchen, but effective. I think it gets the job done pretty well. You know, most of the time when we were camping, we cooked outside on the fire anyway, but everyone's lives are different. But just to share with you what I see and where I see it. Now, this is that unique bunkhouse I talked about. So first of all, we do have a big wardrobe cabinet back here for the kids or guests or whoever. And again, they do have their freedom to come and go and romp and play. Now, we've got the two single bunks against the rear wall here. Each have their own little window that will open for ventilation. Now we have a little sleeper sofa on this side. Notice that this does include a ladder for that upper bunk, by the way, something that very few bunkhouses seem to do. This sofa jackknifes down into an extra bunk space for extra sleeping. And the kids, guests, whoever, have their own little entertainment center over here, you know, for those rainy days where everyone's stuck inside. Now, the cool thing about this is it's an easily converted floor plan. All you have to do is just lift on this bunk, and there you go. It's out of the way. So now we have wide open rear living space back here, an extended living room or a private room where, you know, again, on those rainy days, no sunshine days, when everyone's stuck inside, you don't feel like you have to, you know, stuff the kids just back into a little bunkhouse room. They actually have their own room to kind of stretch their legs a little bit. You know, at least little ones can throw some toys and stuff on the floor and romp around while the big kids are over here probably hogging the TV. Because let's be honest, the big kids always dominate the TV when mom and dad are not around. Oh, just notice that little countertop extension there. Nothing wrong with that. Just a quick look the other direction here at the entertainment center. This big black panel down here, by the way, is a really nice, easy pull out access to like your water heater and whatnot for bypassing. This is made before flat screens were rank and file in the RV industry. That's a benefit, really, in my view, though, because that means you have a deeper entertainment center, and that means that you get bigger, larger storage spaces like this that flat screen entertainment centers don't have anymore. So over here in the gas and electric water heater, by the way, so you're good for primitive camping, park camping, whatever. You see that the shower here on the right side of the frame has a little garden tub. So again, if you got little kids in this bunkhouse, you can easily get them washed up. We do have a good linen cabinet right here in the bathroom hidden behind the entry door, so you can keep your towels and whatnot in here. Lots of leg room for the toilet, so if you got long legs like me, that won't be a problem. And a huge medicine cabinet. You know, it's that's a good place to keep all of your toothpaste and toothbrushes and all that stuff, because in a bunkhouse, in theory, you have a bunch of those. You know, blow dryers and shavers. Keep all that out of the way so you can keep this open and clean and clutter free, because in a bunkhouse with a bunch of kids, you're going to have enough clutter anyway. You don't need to add to that problem. Full front walk around queen bed here. Front bedroom is very private, very secluded, very minimal, but that's all by design. This is supposed to be mom and dad's little retreat cave here, where they can get away from everything, and it can be a little quieter up here sleeping when you can close a couple doors, or leave them open and be able to hear the kids at your discretion. And we have a ceiling vent here, as well as two windows that will open for ventilation, so you're not going to, you know, feel like you're getting claustrophobic and sweat to, original owner's manuals. I always like to see those things. That means that, in my experience, folks that kept track of their owner's manuals kept track of their campers. The little pocket shelf down here is a little like DVD or Blu-ray shelf. It looks like the previous owners added in, but really, now that I'm seeing that, I kind of wish more manufacturers had done something like that, because the TV shelf alone, it always felt like it was just sort of an afterthought. But having a little device shelf right there, or even just a place, you know what else that's good for, is a place to like charge your phones and stuff, because you have a power outlet right there. I mean, that's a very handy little thing. Give us a call, learn a little bit more. You know, we've shown you inside, outside. If you check out our photo tours, we've even shown you the top of it. We do try to go above and beyond even before you've met us. Imagine what we do, you know, once you give us the chance to meet you. Number here is 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping. Have some fun.